Alright guys, welcome back to another market view video. We'll talk about the levels of Nifty, Bank Nifty, and we'll also talk about the indices which are underperforming and outperforming the market. Alright, so this is the hourly chart of India 50 USD. I've talked about this counter multiple times on different videos. So if you're confused or you're new here as to what this is, you can check out my previous video which I made yesterday. India 50, basically it's similar to SGX Nifty, but you will not get delayed data here. So you'll get real-time data as it's happening in the market. All right. So if you see India 50 USD, yesterday it was around this point, Nifty, on Friday's closing, right? And from there on, we saw that it was breaking these demand zones continuously and it opened gap down somewhere here today. All right. So if you watched yesterday's video as well, I talked about the situation where Bank Nifty opens gap down. It will open directly inside this demand zone right here. All right, the one which we made yesterday as well, and I specifically mentioned if it opens below these zones, do not short it because it's already very far from the previous high. We would have fallen already this much here, right? So it made no sense to short it, and naturally we have seen a bounce from this area of demand here. Now, what is the next plan of action on this thing? You will see that the US index, so I'll just update in real time as well. The US index is again breaking down. All right, US index again broke down below this range, went higher into this minor supply right here. Also, wasn't able to go all the way to this hourly 50 EMA, and is now starting to take out the lows again. So this is another sign of weakness, even though we are a bit extended on the downside right here. But still, if it's trying to break a low, even when it's extended, and it's also trying to go below this low without any bigger retracement inside, this is a very, very weak sign for the US index. All right, and the next level in the US index will naturally come down to this demand zone right here, which is of 30th March 2021. All right, that is around 4,000 levels in on S&P. All right, 3,980 something. Right, so the US index is weak, right? So tomorrow, if Nifty opens gap down again, do not short it because right now we are building a base here. You see, we are building this base here, but we're still far from today's low. So there is definitely some buying going on Nifty, even if it opens gap down tomorrow. I'll again expect some sort of bounce on the upside. All right. Majorly, what I'm expecting is I'm expecting Nifty to actually trade inside this range tomorrow. All right, between this low and between this high, which is from 17,030 something to 16,900 something. All right, in this range we should be trading unless we happen to break out on the upside. If it breaks down here, I wouldn't really do anything in Nifty again because I'm seeing strength in Bank Nifty. I'm seeing IT is also fallen a lot to the downside. All right, so this doesn't make sense for me to short here again because there's a lot of demand here. Again, I talked about these rounding bottom buildups. They're very, very strong. It will take a lot of time, a lot of tests to clear these demand zones out. So still, there is no short for me. We have seen some strong buying response today. We are part of a bigger range here, which is from 36,800 to something like 35,500. This is a big range. I expect Bank Nifty to rotate inside this range, and you might get opportunities around this low to buy again. All right. So that is Nifty and Bank Nifty. No shorts for me. That is very, very clear. And yesterday I also talked about the FMCG index. So we talked about it testing out this area of demand. It dipped down today, and now we also talked about this contraction at this supply. So some bit of contraction is going on to take out this internal supply right here. Right now, let's see if it tests this higher supply and then again contracts to go up. But FMCG continues to remain very, very strong. Right, you see, this is your reference demand zone for FMCG sector right here. We'll see how it develops. This is very strong again. Nifty energy as well. If you see, Nifty energy is tiring out. All right, so now we might see some sort of a fall till this area, and 50 EMA will also catch up, right? So Nifty energy, I'm not bullish anymore. We are seeing some sort of loss of momentum here on the energy index. Nifty media again oversold rally a bit, but still unable to really go inside this bar. So still continued bearishness. There is a strong demand as well, but no respect for it. So you can look for shorts in the Nifty media space, all right? And I'm not sure which stocks are causing it because I've not been tracking this space. Let's check it out. All right, so mostly Sun TV is bearish, right? Zeal is a bit bearish, even though we are at a demand zone right now. We might see some move attempt down again, right? Network 18 is bearish. PVR is still all right. So PVR and Inox, I think they're still broadly all right, right? So these multiplex stocks, they're not willing to fall even on a bad market. So keep a watch on these multiplex stocks for the coming week. Now Nifty Metal, let's check out something interesting which happened in Nifty Metal. Yesterday we talked about this base right here. This is a very strong weekly demand zone. Nifty Metal is right here, right? You see this doji candle right here, very strong demand zone. Nifty Metal is right here and at the 50 EMA as well. So now to build positions in Nifty Metal, we needed to test out this entire base, all right? And then we need some contraction here to start buying metal stocks again. And in metal sector, the stocks which I'll be focusing on, let's check it out. JSW Steel definitely there. You see very, very strong structure and at the demand zone as well. National Aluminium, don't buy it anymore, all right? It was constantly trying to come below, right? Not really showing any momentum of the previous highs. And this is what we call as a loss of momentum structure. You see this channel on the upside after getting a strong impulse. Avoid these stocks. They will take a long time to build up again. Might not even return. Hindalco as well, avoid these, all these aluminium stocks, they're done, all right, done for the time being. Vedanta still very strong. So Vedanta, this is the on day on which the promoters had bought a lot, right? And you see from that time, the stock is continuously outperforming, all right. NMDC, all right, but very far from the previous high, so no trade here. In copper, nothing. Jindal Steel as well, very strong. But again, we're extended, so I want to see some sort of sideways action here. So in metals, focus on JSW Steel. All right, this is the favorite structure right here, and you can also focus on what was it? Just a second. Just JSW Steel, I think, right? All right. So Nifty Auto again rejecting from this entire base right here, so it will also take some time to build sideways here if the market remains sane. So nothing in Nifty Auto. Nifty PSU banks quite weak. So mostly you see Nifty FMCG and Nifty Metal coming on my radar again. All right, so focus on these two sectors, and of course you can trade Nifty and Banknifty as well. But keep in mind, in the US indices are getting weaker, and if we don't get a fake low right here again, then there might be some trouble or some bad news coming in the market very soon. All right, so this is it for today's update. I'll be back again with a video tomorrow. Make sure that you like and share this video. All right, helps with the channel growth, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day tomorrow trading.